Hello, hello. How's it going? Baseball is here. 2 games left on the clock. Let's see how far we can get tonight. I obviously cannot stream super late tonight because I do have work tomorrow, but what will be, will be. And without less ado, let's get on to it. Hashtag actual content. How are you, Techie Rob? 2 games left. Silence, please. How dare you? All over your own anthem as well. No respect. This could be the last time we hear this. It won't be. Woo! Well, you said that, not me. Let's get going with some baseball. Do 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 do. Fly ball. How's everybody's week gone? Mine's almost over. It's not quite yet though, because I do have to work tomorrow. But say la vie. I'll get money for it, so that's nice. There we go. I'm so tired though, so I really do not want to, because I'm not doing my job tomorrow. I'm covering for somebody else, like a friend. I don't really want to be tired, so I won't be staying up too late tomorrow because it will be a bit of a stressful day. But I do want to get some baseball done. It's just unfortunate that we don't have one more day in the week. I mean, I guess I could stream this tomorrow night if need be, just to get it finished. But I am also quite keen to get to the end of the PlayStation game because I am enjoying that. As I was mentioning yesterday about Police Notes, my copy did arrive today. Posted some pickies in the Discord. I'm quite happy with that. It's nice. It's very nice condition.
Fly ball to left field. You're out.
As far as I work, luckily there's tons of meetings, which should feel at least twice as long as that. Oh wow, lucky you. My day went really fast today actually, but I was pretty busy. So, I didn't get anywhere near enough sleep last night. And then I woke up even earlier because of some banging around. But it was like, you know, when you wake up, I woke up like 40 minutes before my alarm was supposed to go off. So really, you've just kind of just lost 40 minutes sleep. You can't really sleep much more. As you're here with me at the end of all things, Sam. Well, there could be a bonus movie, who knows. How are you, Peacock?
Strike. To third.
Yeah, part of me actually just wanted to just to unwind and chill and go to bed tonight, to be honest, but I really do want to get this game done. I'm kind of excited about it.
Strike.
The moment of truth, was it a total and utter waste of my time?
Strike.
Or will there be something of significance at the end of the tunnel? There's going to be nothing. It's going to be the most disappointing end of a game since, don't know, Shadow of the Beast. I was happy to finish that though. I don't think what else has had like rubbish endings. A lot of the basketball games were a bit poor. Since the last sports game, sometimes they can be like okay. I just wish that I wish more EA ones are usually Bob. But quite a lot of the Japanese made ones that, you know, they have a staff role or something, you know, that's kind of nice. ATP Tennis. ATP Tennis had a lovely ending for what it was. 2 to go. How are you?
Fly ball to third.
Well, we just smash cut you back to the title. What was that? Bubsy 2's ending was garbage. That was piss poor, that was. That was basically just like a still screen of like, well, with animation, but it was just like the final boss in a cage, I think, and Bubsy's just sort of standing there. I don't think he even said anything, and then it was just like that, and then you press a button and it just goes back to the Sega logo, and that's it. It's rubbish. It's one that cut back to the title. What was Tasmania? No, Tasmania hadn't ended, didn't it?
Strike.
But yeah, some of them do. They just cut back to the title. All these R.B.I. baseballs do that, but none of the other R.B.I. baseballs had a proper World Series thing. Whereas the other ones, I was just playing everybody in the division, but I mean, like, so what? Like, what do you win for doing that? It's tricky.
Strike.
Endings are important.
Strike.
What's this? Is this Arnold Palmer's Tournament Golf? It is. This had a sort of nice ending. We got presented by a blazer by Arnold Palmer in the villa. It was very nice. I enjoyed it very much.
Strike.
You have to play through this. We never thought anybody would. No, but that's what it felt like. That's so nice of Arnold Palmer. Yeah, they like plastered his head on top of somebody else, but no, it was a nice ending. I enjoyed that. Some of those games, I'm almost sad that I finished them when I did, but then again, I think I'll always feel that way about some games, because it's like, Arnold Palmer would be such a vibe to play now, but alas, I've already done it.
You're out.
And it was a vibe then. There's a lot of late night Arnold Palmers, usually like me at 2 in the morning, just swinging a golf club about, dreamy floating around in chat. I don't think I don't know if I played much Arnold Palmer in the week. I used to do it on the weekends and go like late night with Arnold Palmer.
To third.
It was very cosy. It's good music too. TGIF, it's not quite for me yet though. But happy TGIF for you. I've got so much stuff to do though at the moment, it's just so annoying. I got to go to the opticians on Monday. I just want a nice weekend where I don't need to go anywhere or do anything. Hey Smudgy, how are you? How did you get on with the rest of Castlevania? I actually sort of flipped through the VOD anyway. I get the impression you didn't finish it. I didn't watch it properly, but I saw you back on the first level again. Because I was actually just curious to see if you'd played Hyperstone Heist and what your thoughts were, but it looks like you didn't do it, you know. Not bad. I'm knackered, to be honest. I'm absolutely shattered. It's Friday as usual and I'm shattered, and I've been a bit sleep deprived this week. So it won't be a late stream, because I'm working tomorrow. It's warming up now though, at least.
Strike.
Just can't stop yawning today. Well, you did finish it. Just took me more effort. I'd really just like whizzed through to the end to see if you played Hyperstone, but it looked like you were still playing Castlevania. And then I thought it looked like you were on the first level again, but I don't know if you were just messing about or something. Maybe it's the last level. I don't even know what the last level looks like, to be honest. I thought it was like inside the manor or something with the dog. Never want to see too much because I want to keep it fresh for me, because I have played Castlevania Bloodlines but not in a long ass time, and I don't know if I ever actually finished it.
A home run.
Played it on emulator like years ago. definitely remember like the
Fly
tower
ball
and
to right
stuff.
field.
Don't really remember too much of the end.
Strike.
Strike. Right, let's just be out now.
He bumped. You're out.
Do do.
Strike.
Did you see my pictures, Smudgy? I got that police notes. It's a very nice collection.
He bumped
See.
it.
I also said after yesterday's conversation, I think I'm going to pass on Snatcher after all. I think I was watching some video footage today, and it really does kind of seem redundant to get it, because I've already got it on the PC Engine. Especially because of the nature of the game just being a story game. It's not the kind of one that you really want to necessarily probably play over and over again. In a hurry, at least. And then just looking at the Saturn version,
Fly ball to short.
I thought I was kind of under the impression that like the graphics were a bit more dramatically different, and maybe the voice, like it was re-voice acted or whatever, I don't know. But it's kind of just like a slightly jazzed up PC Engine game, really, isn't it? With like a subjectively worse / different soundtrack. So I'm not really sure there's that much point in me getting the Saturn version, but kind of does it just, I think it just looks nice, the box and stuff, but yeah,
Out.
I don't know. Definitely more keen to play on the PC Engine. I didn't realise the Mega CD version was not ever released in Japan. That's a shame.
Strike. Out.
I just assumed it was a Western translation, not made specifically for the West.
Strike.
It actually looks quite nice on the Sega CD, watching the comparisons.
Fly ball to short.
But PC Engine Mini it is, I think. You want to see me play? I'm never going to stream Police Notes. It ain't happening. I can tell you that for free.
Fly ball to left field.
Because it's a Japanese movie. It would be miserable.
To second. You're out.
Would be boring. I probably wouldn't be able to follow it very well half the time, trying to juggle a stream and reading like sci-fi whatever. Only 2 left, only. No, I think I would enjoy Police Notes a lot more just playing it by myself, where if I miss something I can quickly glance at a YouTube video or something and just relax and enjoy it and not have to think about trying to either translate it or follow it while talking to people. Seems a bit heavy.
Fly ball to left field. A home run.
I don't think it would be that interesting to watch either, because a lot of it will just be me sitting here watching a Japanese film, essentially.
To third. Foul ball. To first. Foul ball.
It's like Metal Gear Solid. I'd never stream that in Japanese. I don't know if I'd ever. I've been toying with the idea of playing Metal Gear Solid in Japanese just to see what it's all about, but yeah, I'd never stream that either. So it never shuts up. And you know, I'm not emulating, so I can't pause it, but I wouldn't want to anyway. So I won't stream Snatcher either.
Strike. Out.
Integral. Yeah, I quite like the Western version though. That's what I've played a lot of. But I'm curious.
Strike.
23 is Japanese. I'm curious to give them a proper go in Japanese, and also I've never played 2 and 3 on a real PlayStation 2. I played the HD versions. But I'm not the hugest Metal Gear fan, really. I do like it, but I feel like each one I'm less interested in. I phased out like during 4 and just didn't finish it. Maybe I would stream them though, but I would stream them in English. I should just play them in English. It's more chill because they don't half go on. And like even in English, to be honest, I don't really understand half of what's going on. I mean, I understand the first game, but the later ones. Constant wreck, can't recon and going crazy with shit. I just didn't like the stealth after 2. I really didn't enjoy Metal Gear Solid 3. But I didn't enjoy playing it. I enjoyed the story, but I didn't like any of the stealth. Got no patience. That's the thing. And there's no radar. I don't like it. I liked the classic method with the radar in the corner and the top-down view of Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2. I really like those. But 3, I can't see the enemies. And then when I played 4, I got tired of it. I just got really bored of the stealth because, you know, once you've been spotted, it takes ages for them to like stop looking for you. And I remember just being in a closet listening to that J-pop song thing that's on his iPod thing, whatever it was, Two-Hand, can't remember. But and just sitting in this locker listening to pop music, waiting for the enemies to just like give up because I can't come out. And then I came out, and then I was like walking for a bit, and then I just got spotted again, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake, I guess I'll go sit in the locker for another 5 minutes while the game calms down. But I just got bored of it. I know it's a bit more realistic, but it's not as fun. I'd like to give it another crack though. I think it didn't help that I had a friend over who was watching me play 4. She used to like watching me play games, and I felt a certain pressure to like hurry up. I've not played Peace Walker, no. Never played 5. I would like to go through the whole series again at some point and actually see it all the way to the end. Because I like the story stuff. I can't find you when you sit there and wait. Yeah, that's when I run out of patience. Baseball, it is. Game Boy Color 1. That's so expensive now, isn't it? It's mad. We've got a copy in the UK. But, somewhere. I think we have. Actually, maybe we don't. I don't think we do have Metal Gear Solid. I think we have Resident Evil Gaiden instead. Well, I know we've got Resident Evil Gaiden, but I think that's what I'm thinking about. My brother bought that. Time for stealth and time for... Well, that's what I did with Metal Gear Solid 3, basically. I just sort of shot my way through the game because I ran out of patience with it. I just wanted to see the story and I couldn't be bothered. One with the bar-based combat. What? Resident Evil? I've not really played it, to be honest. I think I put it on years ago when I was like, you know, 16 or whatever, and I didn't think it was very fun. And also, it wasn't mine. My brother wasn't living at home at that point. He'd like moved to London, so I didn't have access to it. And then by the time I did, I think it just wasn't asked. I remember looking at it briefly. It's the one that's on a boat, isn't it? Yeah, I'd play it now. For sure, but it's not cheap. Probably have to emulate that one.
A home run. Fly ball to left field.
Speaking of this music, this is from Soleil and it's the Desert Palace music. I didn't realise the American version made the no shadows on the wall thing like much more explicit. Basically just saying look for the
Yes,
white
sir.
bits on white flooring.
Foul ball.
It's interesting. Do do do.
Fly ball to center field. You're out.
What do you do in the Hitman games? Oh, I've never played those, but I'd quite like to. I'd leave no witnesses, that's funny. Tenchu's sort of a bit like that in ways though, because it depends on the game, but you can end up with Grandmaster even if you've got like 0 points for stealth on some levels. If you just kill enough of the enemies, then you'll get enough points to counterbalance the fact that you were crap at stealth. Obviously you need a level that's got enough enemies though. Try the homebrew? No. I'm not really that into homebrew stuff and hacks. ROM hacks have never interested me.
Strike.
I'm a bit of a purist. I kind of like the game as it is and stuff. The only ROM hacks I did dabble with is Super Mario World 2 Plus. I thought that was really fun. It felt like a whole new game. Good level design and stuff. It just felt like more game. So in that sense I like it, but I'm not really interested in ROM hacks that are just like, I don't know, cheapening the brand almost. Holy break Hitman. But yeah, I've not tried those because there's that Batman on. Isn't there a Batman Returns that they did as well? It's like the Super Nintendo one. I'd give them a look. If I had it ready to go though. I suppose I could. Do they run on real hardware? The Metal Gear Solid one.
Strike.
Must be curious about that Game Boy Color Resident Evil. Listen, can't see the MGS one. Oh.
He bunts it out. He bunts it.
He bunts it.
You're out. Strike. He bunts it. Foul ball.
Sitting in the corner and shooting them while they approach. Yeah, it doesn't sound very fun.
He bunts it. You're out. Strike.
Dooby doo. Doo 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 doo. Stingray Captain Scarlet. Ship from Australia.
Out.
I've not really bought much else. I just got that police noughts. Save up for a TV.
Strike.
Might go looking on Sunday. I had a look in the used store today. Got a few models in there.
Out.
They actually have a Sharp TV from like 2019 I was thinking about. Is it? Have a look. What did it say again? Yeah, they had a 42-inch Sharp from 2021 that says it supports 4. Oh wait, it doesn't support 4K. But the one from 2019 supports 4K and it's 40-inch. There's like a Toshiba 2021 43-inch TV. Pressure who? Half-mounted port. Oh.
Strike.
Supercar. I've heard of that, but I've never seen it.
Out. He bunts it.
He
Foul
bunts
ball.
it.
He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. You're out.
I might have a rummage around the used store near my friends tomorrow as well. Probably look at the games, which is always bad news.
Strike.
I got Shinobi 3 in there once for quite a good price. It's usually not that great though.
Out.
Deserves to come home with good video games. Yeah, I need to curb my spending a little bit though. Even though I have just been paid, but it's got to last, and cause I've still, because I missed an entire paycheck last month because I was in the UK, so you know I've hit zero again, and I've just been paid, but I'll be missing a week's work next month. That's forced because we just don't have any work for a week, and I've also got my tax return stuff to do, and that always gets me anxious in case, because I'll have to pay my pension all in one go if I want to save any money.
Out.
And I never know quite how much it's going to be and how much I'm going to get. It always leaves me a bit anxious. So we shall see. But no, I'll definitely have a look. It's tempting. I mean, I'll be getting cash in hand tomorrow anyway, so... Last game.
You're out. Strike.
I'm just going to delete that now, I think.
He bunts
Baseball
it.
games remaining. It's gone because this is just the last one. After this, it's playoffs. I don't even know. Hey, Red Gambit, how are you?
He bunts it.
We're getting there with the baseball. Only one more bit, I know, right? 100, last game. Thank you for the bits. Very kind of you. Don't. It's not the last game though. It's not maybe. It's definitely playoffs. But it's the last game of the league, and then we know we're on our way. It's just the best of threes, isn't it? But how many playoffs we have to do is what I don't know. We'll probably find out soon.
Out. Strike.
But thanks for those bits.
Strike.
And how are you, Critical?
Out.
Back off.
Oh my. That was that guy from Oblivion back again. Official at the end, you'd save the Lord of the Rings quote for later. Well, I said it might not be. We got the playoffs.
Out. Fly ball.
Honestly,
Third.
there's a VOD of me somewhere. It was in Roger Clemens' tournament golf. That's not right. Roger Clemens MVP baseball. The next 18. No! It won't be that bad.
Foul ball.
Roger Clemens MVP baseball. I was at the very end, I think it was, and I think it was the playoffs I was in. And then I was like, this is it, guys, the final. There was big hype. Like, actually, I had quite a few people turn up, and it was the final game. I think it's my second to last VOD, and you can see me like swinging for the final ball. I'm like, that's it, woohoo, we win, yay! And then it said
Fly
like
ball to first.
World Series, and I'm like, excuse me.
Foul ball.
I just had to end stream because it was late.
Fly ball to first.
So I've learnt not to get excited in advance when it comes to baseball, because it ends. It will end when it ends.
Fly ball to short.
Oh, it was so annoying. It was all the big hype because Roger Clemens took like 50 hours by the end of it. Not too different from this. Different with Roger Clemens though is that it was actually kind of tricky to win. It was actually harder to play than this, where I mostly autopilot it. Roger Clemens was a pain in the arse. So I had to redo games sometimes because I wasn't winning enough to make it through.
Out.
And I mean, at the start, it took me about, it took me like probably about 8 hours just to win my first game because the controls were such a pain in the ass. With all the weird camera angles.
Strike.
That's the blessing of the R.B.I series. They've been very easy.
Out.
Especially now I've cracked. It's ridiculous, this pitching, isn't it? Let's be honest. This is ridiculous.
Strike.
The AI is useless.
Strike.
I wonder if it makes a difference if you play it on like normal or hard. Don't even need to move. Just throw and throw it into the sides.
To second.
Just a second. Out.
You're out.
You're out. It would be, but I'm not going to do it. I'll let you. Have my fill. Well, I am curious, I guess.
Fly ball to short.
We'll see. If the mood takes me.
Fly ball to short. You're out.
Oh no.
Fly ball to short. You're out. Strike. Strike.
What should we play next? Tony La Russa 2. Big Hurt Baseball, whatever it is.
Out. Strike. Strike.
I tried my new sleeping mask last night that I bought. I'm mostly happy with it, I think.
Strike.
Though it tends to come off a little bit too easy, I think. It's definitely not putting any pressure on my eyes, which is nice.
Out. Fly ball to first.
On your head. I wonder if that ever happens. If somebody run and the ball just twats them on the head as they're going.
To second.
Must have happened at least once in the history of baseball. I wonder how many pitchers accidentally get the bat thrown at them because they let go. Remember it killed a pitcher. Savage.
To second.
For second.
You're out.
I remember when it hit that guy on the bum.
To short. Fly ball. To short. You're out. Strike. Strike. Out.
Maybe for playoffs? What do you mean?
Strike.
Kind of if we lose. We're gonna make
Strike.
we're right almost there.
Out.
Just a couple more shots.
Strike.
Do, do.
Strike. Out. To second.
Oh, yeah, the playoff strategies is pretty nice. Well, it's to it's for the winners, isn't it? It's the winners of the different leagues to see who's the best amongst the winners.
Strike.
Don't see why it needs to be best of 7 though. Why you can't just decide it one game?
Strike. Out.
Or is it the playoffs that is the top 2 people to decide who? Because I get confused with the wording of it. Like this, because what's the finals? Is that the playoffs or is it called the World Series? What's before the? It's all a bit, isn't it?
Strike.
Are the X best teams from the league? Don't know. We'll find out. World of Horror's making a board game. I don't know what World of Horror is.
You're out.
Do 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 do. Playoffs then World Series. So playoffs is playoffs the top 2 people in their little mini thing, or is it? Because I'm confused because there's all these different. Is it what's the word? Divisions.
Strike.
What's World of Horror?
Out.
That roguelike horror game. Unsolved mysteries. Is this the what's his face? I've forgotten his name now. Tomio Uzumaki creators
Out.
game. Junji Ito's World of Horror. Is that what it was?
Strike. Strike.
Oh, I thought it was his stuff.
Out.
Or his stories. I've seen it, I know what it is. I didn't know there's a board game though.
To second. You're out. Strike. He bumps it. You're out. Fly ball to short. You're out. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike.
Somehow conspiracy forces for the league.
Strike.
This film was done so yeah.
Out.
How many games have we got left? I think is the question on everybody's lips.
Strike.
There's 2 teams per league. And the winner of that. That's what I thought. That's what I was saying yesterday.
Out.
We play the other... Wait, no. That still doesn't quite make sense though, because there's 4 different groups on my division thing, whatever there is, and 4 on the other side. So I thought we might have to play at least 2.
You're out.
Right, we might have to play the other...
Fly ball to third.
Like, play one of the other groups while the other 2 play each other, and then play the winner of that, and then play the thingy. I don't know. Because there's definitely 4 groups. Because we're number 1 in our group, but there's 3 other groups on our side. Yeah, I think we have to do the
second. You're out.
division, like maybe it's playoffs, division series, world series or something, whatever it's called. Yeah, it must be an arrogance thing. I don't-
Strike.
It's the USA and Canada. Bit of Canada.
Strike.
5 games to win 3.
Out.
One of them is the best of 7, I believe.
Strike.
Because one of the modes that you can do is just do the playoffs. You know what I'm not sure about would be if the playoffs would actually just bypass all of this and take you straight to the end, or if it was just to play a random 7 games. That's what I wasn't sure about, but whatever, we've done it now. Well, we will find out very, very, very soon. Do not worry.
Strike.
In mere minutes, we will find out what is going on. You sure?
Out.
Oh, I know. I said that in the first stream, so I googled about it.
To third.
This is what could have been. That's why I feel like it was my duty to do this. I have let us live the 1994 series, well, half of it.
Safe.
It never happened.
To second. You're out.
Paid sick leave at work. Ooh. Don't, that's just not. Like you're actually there. Right?
Fly ball.
You can tell everybody that you were at the 1994 R.B.I. playoffs and they'll be like, uh-huh. What? Why are you talking to me?
To first.
Do, do, do.
You're out. To first. You're out.
Ooh, bottom 8.
Strike.
Remember when Atlanta won all their games and forced like 21 out per game so they could leave faster? Yeah. Remember when they bunted for like for like 70 games?
Strike.
Atlanta.
Strike.
To be honest, I can't say I know how many other baseball leagues there are, really, other than probably in Japan. So it makes sense for history. Yep, you saw it. You witnessed it.
Strike.
Oh, here's the fantastic music for our finale. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
Strike.
You will. Do do do
Your third.
do do. Sure you don't want to play Steel Empire, Udo, and hear this amazing song in game? Do 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 do.
You're out.
You have a baseball league too. I'm sorry.
Fly ball. Foul ball. Fly ball to left field. You're out. Fly ball.
Makes the
to
song
right
immediately
field.
quit. Well, you'll have done like 60% of the game. No, not even 60. 80 maybe. This is stage 6 of 8. So
Strike.
stage 8 is pretty much just the final boss.
Strike.
Gotta get it.
Out.
So fucking good.
Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike.
Here it is. The moment of truth.
Out.
Woohoo! Atlanta wins. Wins what though? Will we get music on these pages? Because I've turned the music off. I don't think I noticed. Let me get
What a
let me
great
get my
toss.
password. Thank you. What a great toss. It's not GG, and you know it. Let's have a look at the scores. See, look. Oh, there's 3 groups. See, presumably, we've got to decide between the 3 of us. This is what I'm saying. We've got the... Oh, hang on. West, Central, East. So that's different divisions. So we're going to have to play, presumably, Detroit. Is that correct? The DT. We're going to have to play Detroit now. And then, have we not got to decide between the 3 of us? Wait, no. East National. We've got to play, I don't know. There's 6 winners. That's the thing. There's 6 winners right now. And we've got to kill each other until there's only one left standing. So, yeah. What goes on now is the question. Atlanta wins. Select my teams. What's going on? What's happening? We're playing Florida. Who are Florida? Where were they? What's going on now, eh? Is this a special game? Oh, we got the music back again. Do 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 do. I'm sure we've played Florida before, though. I'm confused now. I'm confused. Why are we playing Florida again? Why do I get the feeling that something's not right? I feel like, why are we on game 81 instead of the playoffs? Whatever, we'll find. We'll see what happens. Florida isn't even a city. Boo 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 boo. I don't know what this game is all about right now. Why are we playing Florida? I want to look at the scores again.
Fly ball to left field.
Can I check my own VOD? Who were Florida and why are we playing them again? Hit the ball and hope for the best. Right, you can just knock me out for a minute. I'll beat you later. Why are we playing Florida? I don't get it. No, it can't be the playoffs because Florida lost. I've just gone back to the scores. Florida were like the second to bottom in our thingy. Maybe it's 81 games? It says 80 game season though, and we've done 80 games. They had a GB of 40. New York had 54. So why are we playing Florida?
Fly ball to second.
Maybe I miscounted. Well, no, because it said on the thing, didn't it? Just then, it said I won 72 games and lost 80. That's 80 games. Well, we'll see the screen again at the end of this, I guess. On the screen, I've won 72 games and I have lost 80.
To third.
Oh, do you know what though? I can see Philadelphia have played 57 games and lost 24. So that's 81 games. What if this never ends? We definitely chose 80, not 162, right? I want off this merry-go-round. Yeah, we're just here forever. Baseball is for life. It's a curse.
Strike.
Oh, I'm balling alright. I am beside myself.
Fly ball to third. bunts it. You're out.
You're out.
Strike. Strike.
Do 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 do.
Strike. Strike.
I mean, to be
Ball
honest,
to left field.
you do the math. 80 is not half of 162. Even though it says 80, maybe it's 81. Because that would be an actual half. But it absolutely says 80.
Out. Fly ball to left
Wouldn't it
field.
be a weird number anyway? No, I don't know. Yeah.
You're out.
It's a mystery. And it shall remain a mystery. Forever. Oh, you penis. Wow.
Take your bait.
Just knock me out, why don't you?
To first. You're out.
Get us all, come on. And me.
You're
Thank
out.
you.
To first.
Beautiful, good job.
Strike.
Finally beaning. Excuse me.
Strike. To third.
Ooh.
Strike.
Oh, I don't know. That's not. That, I know different things with beans, but there we go.
Strike.
Play ball.
Play ball.
Out.
I know the base was a future, but well,
Fly ball to left field.
I'm sure we'll find out.
You're out. Safe. Strike. Strike.
See, you know what I said earlier?
Out.
I don't like to get overly excited about baseball because I've been disappointed before. It still managed to get me. I couldn't because I got excited about the playoffs, and it's not even the playoffs. This is what baseball does. You can play it forever, and it'll always just be like that carrot just dangling. Off it goes.
Fly ball to third.
Turn the music off and everything, and get all excited, and then it's just like, yeah, here's another game. Oh, for fuck's sake. I want to be out. No! Get him out! Thank you. Why are you so rubbish? Throwing to the wrong people.
He bunts it.
He bunts it.
You're out.
Yay.
Strike.
There we go. I told you we'd find out.
He bunts it.
read a good bit of my book today, some more of the Shadow over Innsmouth, and oh my good lord, there's this like, he's met this like drunk old man in the story, and he basically for like 20 pages or something explained the whole backstory of the town, but through dialogue. But the guy's a drunk and probably also got an accent or something, and you have to read all these pages in this kind of accent, and sometimes I'm trying to, it's all spelt phonetically almost, and it's like, oh my gosh, trying to read the ramblings. Took me a bit to work out what again meant, with like a comma at the end of it. It means against. Actual drunk ramble. But it's like, it kind of reminded me of reading A Clockwork Orange actually, in places. Like, I couldn't work out what again meant the first time he said it, but then the second time he said it, I worked it out, and so then I went back and was like, oh yeah. You're giving me McFeagles flashbacks. But yeah, it's all spelled out. Jest instead of just. Jest and kin and oh, ud, ud for wood. I should reread A Clockwork Orange. I read that many years ago. I think it was about 17 when I read A Clockwork Orange.
Fly ball to left field.
I felt dead chuffed with myself for reading it. It's a good book. Didn't really like the ending though as much. It's a bit different from the film. It wasn't bad though actually. I think the film is a bit more powerful.
You're out. Fly ball to third.
Tried reading it. Really hated the translation.
You're out.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be odd.
Fly ball to short.
It's not as, I don't think it's one of those books that you have to read it all in one go. Like, you can't stop for too long. Because you sort of, it's very cleverly written actually, I think, to say. Because obviously you're probably aware of the fact that it's using a lot of made up slang. Well, some of it's actually just pinched from Russian, but sort of like bastardized Russian and English. But he kind of only feeds so many words at a time, so you start to learn words through context, and then it builds up more, so you end up with a sort of temporary dictionary in your head while you're reading it as it goes along. And also he tends to, for some words, he tends to actually use the made up word and then the actual word of what it means straight afterwards anyway, because like malenki means little or small or something like that, but he'll usually use it in a sense as like malenki little, so you're like a tiny little or something like that, so you kind of get the gist of it that way. Yeah, a lot of it just comes from the context, if I remember. I haven't read it for years though. I mean, a few of the words are just in pop culture these days because of the film, like Horror Show and Droogs and
Out.
Divochka, is it? I can still remember some of them.
Strike.
Easy or harder, since you know those words. You perhaps would probably be a bit easier, I would think, because a lot of it's just kind of pinched from, bits of it's just pinched from Russian, I think. Because Divochka's from Russian, isn't it, for a girl, a woman?
Strike.
Can't remember if that's actually just the word now or what the one in the book is.
Strike.
I forgot what boy is.
Out.
forgot what look as well. Was that like vivid or Vede or something like that? Was to look, to see. Malchik, that would be it. Yeah, that's it. Malchik, I did know that. Can't remember if Malchik is in A Clockwork Orange though.
To short.
It's quite an interesting book. I think it's a fun read.
To second. You're out. You're out. To second.
Unlike the film as well, the book sort of actually explains why the title is called A Clockwork Orange, whereas the film never bothers. It's not really a great explanation though, but it at least actually makes reference to the title.
You're out. Strike. Strike.
Is there an actual Clockwork Orange? No, it's like a metaphor. It's
Out.
the main character. It's a metaphor for the main character being a Clockwork Orange, if I remember. And it explains what that means, but I can't really remember now.
Strike.
It's a silly metaphor though, because it's kind of obviously a bit nonsensy, but it's like being a wind up something,
Out.
like clockwork. Because I mean the whole gist. I mean, slight spoilers for the book, so if you don't want to hear, avert thine ears for a minute or two. But the difference from the book and the film, if you've seen the film, spoilers for the film as well, the film ends with a sort of open-ended question about whether he's been cured or not. And he says, "Oh, I was cured alright." But it's like, does that mean that he was actually cured, or is that a sarcasm that like he's fixed to how he wants to be? It's a bit open-ended. I interpret it as like he's back to his usual ways.
You're out.
But the book doesn't do that. The book goes on to an extra chapter where it shows him later grown up and stuff, and he's no longer violent and aggressive and whatever, and he's just in the pub and he's had kids and whatever. And he contemplates the fact that he's showing a picture of his son, I think, and he contemplates the fact that his son is coming of age and is probably going to do the similar sort of antics that he did when he was younger. And it's sort of more just about the fact that it's a societal like circle of life kind of thing, and you grow out of this behaviour. So yeah, they cut the chapter.
Out.
But yeah, and it equates him to being like a Clockwork Orange or something. I can't remember now. I need to reread it, it's been so long.
Fly ball. You're out.
But the book sort of winds it down, whereas the film is a bit more sinister in the end.
Right. Strike.
I feel like the extra chapter though, I don't think I think the extra chapter wasn't in the original publication though. I think he wrote it later, if I remember. A little bit later anyway, like the second edition or whatever. I don't think the original print had it. Sure, if I like the torture as an effective rehabilitation strategy engine. Yeah, but I don't think that is what the ending means. I don't think it is effective. I think he
Out.
is put back to normal.
Strike.
Or to his level of normal. I felt like it was my interpretation of the ending was that he was fixed. Oh, in the book. I don't think it does rehabilitate him though. I think he just grows out of it. Really,
Out.
is more what it is. can't remember now. I'd have to reread it. I can't remember how those two connect now, but I don't think the point of the book was necessarily that the aversion therapy worked, but it was just that he grew up and became an adult because he's a teenager, isn't he? And it's just gangs and people in adolescence doing horrific things, obviously. But he's saying that he feels like his son will probably do the same things that he did.
Fly ball to second.
So, children are cruel, that sort of thing, yeah.
You're out.
Can't remember what happens with the aversion therapy stuff now. I'll have to reread it and see, because I do want to. I haven't obviously read it for like over 20 years.
Strike. Fly ball to right field. A home run. Fly ball to right field.
So I can't remember, doesn't he try
Fly ball
and...
to third.
I think, isn't also the point about that, like, trying to control somebody in that way is, like, horrible, you know? Because I can't remember if it happens in the book, but the point in the film, isn't it? He throws himself out the window because he can't bear to live anymore because of what they've done to him.
Out.
Because he's like an animal that's just been, like, neutered.
Strike. Strike.
Or defanged or whatever. Not of his own will, just forced.
Out.
But it's been so long since I've seen the film as well.
Strike.
And also, you tend to read and interpret things different with your age too. I'm not sure, because I read this book probably when I was about 17, 18, maybe 16. So I'm sure I would definitely read it in a different way now. I'm just trying to go off a really old memory.
Fly ball to left field. Fly ball. Foul ball.
I'm up.
He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. You're out. Strike.
But yeah, reading Lovecraft today felt a bit similar, trying to decode some of the writing. Couldn't work it out. Did in the end though, but it makes you have to read slowly sometimes, and actually, because I don't really sound stuff out in my head. I think when I read necessarily, always, I just tend to watch. Like when I read, I kind of see like a movie playing in my head. I guess I hear dialogue, but I don't know. But I was having to like read this and think about it phonetically to kind of actually grasp what it was all meaning. But it does help you sort of hear an accent with it.
Strike. 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 Out. Fly ball. Foul ball. To third. You're out. Strike. He bunts it. Foul ball.
I haven't changed my picture in ages either since I've been doing this strat.
He bunts it. You're out. Strike.
Oh, I hate when the pitchers do this. Just bloody throw it so I can bunt it. I'm trying to lose. Faster.
He bunts it.
Bu-bu-bu-bu-bu-bu-bu.
You're out. Strike. Strike. Out.
Hey Ross, how are you?
Strike. Out. Strike. Strike.
Okay, you think? I'm very sleepy.
Oh.
Yay, Atlanta wins! Oh, the passwords got shorter. That means there must be less information to keep. Meaning a lot of people have been eliminated. Next game, playoffs! Woohoo! So they just lied. It was 81 games. Playoffs! One load of toss. Against Philadelphia.
Play ball.
Off we go.
Strike. Strike.
So Philadelphia.
Out.
God damn it. So Philadelphia are the second in my league thingy. So... Oh my god, so then what? We're going to have to do even more after this?
Strike.
Like, why do I have to play Philadelphia? We've got like a gap of game average. They're 16 games behind me. No, I win. I don't need to prove it anymore.
To second.
I won 17 more games than they did.
Strike.
Not even close.
Strike. Out. Fly ball to short. Strike. To third.
Woo, 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 woo. Go, go, go. Fool.
Fly ball to right field.
Are they going to even catch that or not? Yep.
You're out. Strike. Fly ball to center field.
Woohoo!
A home run. Fly ball to center field. He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. You're out. Strike. Strike.
Hey Jason, how are you? Tar for the
Out.
raid. I'll shout you out in a sec.
Strike.
How's the rest of Pokemon? How many badges you got now? You got as far as Lavender Town. That lovely music. We're gonna be coming to the raid, you don't know what's going on. We're going through every Mega Drive game there was, trying to beat them all. This is R.B.I. Baseball 94. I've just done an 80 game season, which turned out to be 81 games, and we finally got to the playoffs. And yeah, that's about as exciting as it gets. Jason and the Raiders. Jason and the Argonauts.
Strike.
Do, do, do. It's also a sixth year anniversary for Jason Retrologos. I had a few names beforehand, if you're not aware. Probably gonna stick with this one, maybe. Yeah, I liked your cosplay. Did you just have it lying around? Pokemon trainer, or did you improvise with some stuff?
Fly ball to first.
I dressed up as Captain Scarlet once. Didn't probably slow things down though. Well, it seems like a nice name now. I didn't want to say anything, but I didn't really like the Jank Jason one. It didn't seem like a good fit. I think this is better.
Fly ball to
You
left
don't-
field.
It's like you're more than just like Jank games. I don't think I associate you with Jank stuff, so. Pokemon Gym Improvise. I see what you did there.
You're out.
You got the concert for the stream. Effort.
Fly ball to the pitcher.
10 out of 10.
You're out.
Make me want to play Pokemon again. I wish I had my other Game Boy though, so I could trade with myself. Something special for Stream Anniversary for a change. Yeah, it was fun.
Strike.
Are you going to continue playing that Pokemon? I was kind of enjoying chilling with it. I enjoyed your Zelda stream the other day as well. Ooh, I was actually able to watch some of that one for a change. Wasn't it work?
Strike. To third.
To third. Oh my god. I do want to play Pokemon. I'd like to go through like the series, but and some of them would be probably quite fun to stream, but I can't stream the DS ones. And I'd need to get a Game Boy player to stream the others.
Strike.
So for Zelda next week.
Out.
I keep listening to music from Ocarina of Time. It's one of my favourites. I love the Lost World. The Lost Woods music in Ocarina of Time is like one of my favourite pieces of video game music. I think it's so incredibly beautiful.
Out.
Kind of feel a bit strange, really. I feel like there's a Ocarina of Time's like becoming a bit less popular.
Fly ball.
I don't really get it. Like I've heard people say like, oh, it's not aged well and stuff. It's not as good as you remember, but I remember it fine. Every time I play it, I think it's still great. Played it on the 3DS most recently. Same rendition of Lost Woods. Does it?
Strike.
Do you mean of the area or the music? I mean, 'cause most Zeldas have a Lost Woods in, don't they? The Super Nintendo one has one, doesn't it?
Strike.
Ba, 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 ba. I don't remember the music. Maybe I'm mistaken. I've only played Twilight Princess once though, so it's been a long time. I'd like to replay Twilight Princess. I love the soundtracks on those Zelda games. I do want to get an N64 and get them back in my life. Maybe this year. Lack of nostalgia, like it comes from internet video games. Opinions. Sorry, what? What do you mean? The lack of nostalgia?
Strike.
You mean because they don't have nostalgia?
Fly ball. Foul ball.
Nostalgia is a big part of Ocarina of Time, I do think so. But I think that's true of most video games.
Out.
But for me, like,
Strike.
I think it's very hard to convey just how much of a... You know, sometimes when you talk, it's kind of, you don't want to say you had to be there. It's a bit obnoxious, but sometimes you kind of did have to be there. And I know people don't like to hear it. And I will believe that some people are very good at placing themselves in a certain time, especially if they were probably alive but just didn't play it, but can still remember the surroundings of the era. Maybe it's quite better to do, or you know, like I'm doing, where I'm playing a lot of Mega Drive stuff. So I do sort of feel like I have a sort of a landscape of the console, so I can place this game in the context of all the other games on the console. And I also was alive, but I was very young. But with like Zelda Ocarina of Time, like I wonder how many people don't quite get the magic of it because they weren't there or they weren't interested. And like I said, I know it's really obnoxious to say, but like my point is, if you played it at the time, do you remember the first time you stepped into Hyrule Field and how huge it felt? I mean, it's microscopic now because games have just come such a long way, and that's where I think like people can't really detect anymore how important Hyrule Field was at the time. I remember being a kid playing Ocarina of Time and leaving the woods, the Kokiri village, for the very first time, and then just walking around Hyrule Field like, wow, this place is huge. Where am I going? Oh my god, there's like a farm here. What's that over there? Whoa, the lake. Why are there flying pineapples? What is going on? And I don't know if you could really feel that now. Was it then you didn't grow up with that? Yeah, and sometimes it's okay to admit that.
Defer.
I mean, I feel that way about the NES. I don't get the NES. I want there, and I've got no nostalgia for it. I can appreciate it, but I don't.
Second.
I think some of the fuss that other people make, I think, is a case of just me not resonating with it in the same way.
Fly ball to second.
Like, I don't get the Battletoads thing. Maybe being less popular and not as good as folks remember talk. Oh, I'm talking about, but sometimes I'm feeling like there's people that, well, that maybe did play it back then, but don't as much, and also people our age.
Out.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is happening with everything though. There's this need to constantly reevaluate stuff. Like most games, like Sonic's gone through its Sonic 1 isn't very good phase. You know, was it like a year or two ago? Everybody started like trying to dethrone Mario 64. Like it's actually not great. It's much worse than you remember. It's not really that great of a game, and it's like. No, it's exactly as I remember. I'm very good at remembering what Mario 64 was all about at the time. Like, I think it's a great game, but I also remember complaining about these issues in 1998. I mean, yeah, I know it came out in 96, but I didn't have an N64 in 96. But I remember thinking the camera was shite when it was new. But still enjoyed it. Interested in the NES games. We always do that reinventing bad movies and finding possible. Well, yeah, sometimes that's fun. It can be, yeah, that can also be weird in it as well. You know, something that's sort of people are pushing to make it better. But I think it's kind of just a hipster thing, though, isn't it? Everybody loves being a contrarian. There's just something appealing, I guess, about going against the flow and being like, actually, this game isn't bad when everybody else thinks it was. And actually, this isn't good when everybody else thinks it was. I've always been a firm believer in sometimes something that's very beloved and popular can actually just be good. Did you know? Like, sometimes a lot of people are actually just right. Not always, but I do think sometimes popular things can actually just be really good. And that's why they're popular. Like movies and stuff, it's like the Lord of the Rings films. They're very, very popular because they're very, very good. Sometimes things can be very popular and I don't really get it, but also it's like, was it particularly made for me specifically? Am I actually the target audience of this product? If the answer's no, then maybe that's the answer. So it's like things like I don't really get Twilight, but I'm also not like a young adult girl. So maybe that's why I didn't click with it. And its popularity isn't really with like adult men. Disclaimer. Adult men can enjoy Twilight. It's okay, Ross.
Strike. Strike.
Wish we were popular with adult men.
To third.
Don't we all?
Out.
Right, Rita. I'm gonna read Twilight though. I am. I'll never let it go. I'm such a like a, what is the word? A Rottweiler, is it? A bulldog? I can't let go of things. They just haunt me. Even if I don't like it, I just feel obliged to finish it. After all these years, I do. Now I'm reading again. I do want to sit down and read Twilight just to say I've read it and I didn't like it. I've only read about a quarter of it. But I've tried to read it maybe 2 or 3 times over the years.
Out.
You're reading Emma right now. How is she? I've never read Emma. Who's that?
Strike.
Who wrote Emma? Jane Austen. My mum likes all that stuff. Ooh, wee! Hey, Matt. She's a busybody. Who, Jane Austen? My mum or Emma? You love Regency stuff? Because you're a queen.
Strike. Fly ball to center field.
Morning, Mac. How are you today? We're in the playoff. Whoops. He's not. He's gone. We're in the playoffs finally. We're in the first round of it.
Safe. Strike. Strike. Out.
Playoffs hype.
Strike. Strike.
I've not really read many classic books.
Out.
I read Phantom of the Opera.
Strike.
That may well be it. That's probably the oldest book I've ever read. And I did read some of the Three Musketeers.
To short.
I mean, I've read A Midsummer Night's Dream, but I had to in school, the play.
Strike.
So if anybody told someone he was more of a pitcher than a catcher. You play baseball.
To third.
My lord.
You're out. Safe.
Do you ever read plays? I've read a few in my time. A lot of it was to do with school though. I read a few Anton Chekhov.
Fly ball. Foul ball.
I read the Three Sisters by Anton Chekhov. And I read
Fly ball to left field.
The Rise and Fall of... I can't remember,
You're
was it?
out.
Something by Bertolt Brecht.
Fly ball.
Read
to
Agatha
left
Christie's
field.
plays. I don't know if she wrote any. Oh, no I do. She did The Mousetrap, didn't she?
Strike. Strike.
You like Peer Gynt? That's that's Chekhov? I've never read that one.
Out.
Also, hello there. I had a little book with
Strike.
I didn't read it. It had the Cherry Orchid, Three Sisters. Can't remember. Oh, Hedda Gabler. That was another one I read. Was that Chekhov?
Strike.
I think it was in the same book. No, that's Ibsen, but I have read that. I'm pretty sure. One day marriage around the bottom. My god, the word just popped into my head. I guess I have read this and I really don't remember. I need to look that up. Okay, but why the hell have I... No, I have read this. I was mixing this up with Three Sisters. I've read both, but I think I've mixed the stories up in my head. They both feature guns in it, actually. I think that's what it is. Ibsen, yes, yes, yes. Because I had to do them in when I did theatre studies.
Strike.
Because they both, I don't want to spoil it too much, but because obviously the famous plot device, they call it Chekhov's gun. Isn't that from Three Sisters, if I remember? Because it's got the rifle on the wall that's in throughout the entire story. But I was mixing that up with there's a pistol in Hedda Gabler.
To third.
Just glancing at it now. I should reread those actually. I'm going to leave that tab open because I want to check those out again. I'd love to reread that.
Strike.
Because plays can be really good to read.
Strike.
I'm quite a fan of
Out.
Willie Russell as well, who's a British playwright, mostly famous in the 70s and the 80s. Absolutely love the play Educating Rita. I think I've read it about 4 times now. I've seen the movie loads, but Murder on the Links.
Strike.
Well, I've read a couple of his. I read Stags and Hens. I had a collection. I bought it because I wanted to read.
Fly ball. To short.
I wanted my own copy of Educating Rita because I read it in school and I loved it. So I got this like collection. My mum bought it for me, and it had I can't remember what was in it now. Maybe it was called Gorky Park.
To first.
Stags and
You're
Hens.
out. Safe.
Educating Rita. I think it was Gorky Park. Oh, this is not right. This is a different thing. I'm mixing up completely.
Ball.
What's the name of his play?
Strike.
Not Educator. Stags and Hens. No. Shirley Valentine's good.
You're out. Strike.
It's not a Breeze Block Park. That's what it was. I've read that. Breeze Block Park. It's rare to read something in school and love it. No, it is. That's why I loved Educating Rita so much. It's one of the few things I read in school and actually liked, because I had to read Of Mice and Men and I wasn't keen on that. But with the play stuff, I was very much into drama anyway, so I was, you know, when you're into something, you're just more receptive. And I'd chosen to take that subject, so that's why I was so interested in. I mean, I don't think I loved it at the time exactly, but yeah, I enjoyed Three Sisters. That was good. I don't think I liked the Bertolt Brecht one. I wasn't really into Brechtian style. We also read.
Strike.
Well, we didn't just read. We studied. We read, performed. We did something called Blue Heart. It's a very weird play. Carol Churchill, I think, wrote it. It's called Blue Heart, and it was like the same scene just playing over and over again, but with different variations on it, and never being able to get to the end of the scene without something interrupting. So like,
To second.
and it was like this father and a mother, but they're like middle-aged, and they've got a daughter who they're waiting for to come home, who never does, but in some versions she does. And like one scene, and it would just keep ending like in random weird ways before the entire thing would work. And they just keep starting the same scene over again, like beginning with like she's taking her time. Well, we should have met her at the train, and something like that. But like one version,
Out.
they the scene plays out where they only say the last word of each sentences, so it'll just be going time, train, it's really weird. There's another one where they do the lines backwards. They do the whole scene backwards. There's another one where like a giant ostrich just randomly walks into the scene and stops it, and then they start over again. There's one where like a group of school kids run through screaming. It's a very weird play. Why can't they make you read nice books? Because they gotta bore you, make you hate reading. Mice and men, you're made to read Colour of Water. Oh yeah, depressing stuff. I don't know why we have to read of Mice and Men in the UK, because it's like great American literature, that is, but like, yeah, I just found it dull. It's like we're having to learn about the American dream.
The purse. Fly ball to left field.
I was in the lower class for English because we did like, I don't know if you do it in the States or whatever, but you have to do tests at some point, and then they for like science, English, and math, and they put you in groups for ability. How does it work? We'll find out. I think it's just the best of 3 or some the best of 5. But I ended up in the bottom English group, and honestly that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because my teacher that I had was wonderful and I got to read better books. You have to be asleep to believe in it. Wow. How are you, Shadow Play? Where was that? They were waiting for the daughter. It's called Blue Heart. I think. Blue Heart. Carol Churchill is her name, the author. I would love to watch it. Carol Churchill. She wrote Top Girls, which is quite famous. And Blue Heart from 1997. Here you are. There's a link. Oh, there's 2 of them. Heart's Desire is the first play, and then the second play is Blue Kettle, which I never read. I only read Heart's Desire. Sleepy, me too. But yeah, so when I was in this bottom English group, so I was in like top for math and top for science, but not for English, and I really think if I'd have been placed anywhere else I probably would have failed. I actually ended up doing okay in the end, because this teacher, I'm a firm believer in, because like in Japan they don't do leveled stuff, I've heard, and stuff, and because it's like pressure from parents, like how dare you put my kid in that class or whatever, but honestly kids getting the right level of help that they need is so much more important. Oh god, here we go. So yeah, we got to do, there's the standings. 1 versus 0. Yeah, not very much about Carol being spelled with a Y. Well, you should hear what she says about you, Ross.
Play ball. Strike.
Yeah, me being in that lower group, and especially the teacher, even though I did have some kind of disruptive kids in my class, we just had much more accessible stuff, materials to learn from, and I really enjoyed those English classes because we studied educating Rita, and that became one of my favourite movies. We watched the film, we read the play. She explained it all to us, and I really liked it. And we also watched a film called Let Him Have It, I think it was. It was like based on a real story, like a real court case, I think it was. It was like, was it in the 50s or something? The 60s or the 40s? It was, I think it was in the UK. It was a real case where somebody shot somebody. And one of them, I think he had like a learning disability, and the other guy, they tried to do the defense. It was, I think he shot a policeman actually, and it was one of them yelled, "Let him have it," and he thought he meant pull the trigger, but he actually meant let him have the gun or something like that. And it was like trying to get him off the crime. But yeah, we watched the film based on that, and had to write about it and stuff, and that was interesting. Like a lovely work meeting. And we also watched something else, which was about a teacher in a special school. Can't even remember what that was called now. It was made in the 90s. And I'm sure they were running a marathon. What was it called? I'm sure he runs a marathon. I'm gonna ask Google. Savannah Barton, no. Oh, this is giving real people. How many baseballs left? No. Tyson's Run. No, it's not that. A Smile as Big as the Moon. No. Stand and Deliver. No. Maybe it wasn't a marathon. I'm sure it was a 90s film. Clockwork Mice, I found it. Clockwork Mice. A 1995 film we had to watch. Special needs education teacher is having a special relation with one of his pupils by their common hobby. Running. That was it. British drama film. I might have to rewatch that. I'll put it in the chat, but yeah, what I'm on about. I remember we had to watch that in English class and study it. What a weird thing to have to watch. Like, it's barely even got a Wikipedia page. I remember in R.B.I class, I think it was, in schools, I didn't get to watch it. I was also closeted at the time, but there was this. Have you ever heard of this movie called Priest? It's like about priests and like being gay. I think, I don't know. Apparently, it's rather graphic, and I remember the people talking in school like that they were having to be made to watch this film called Priest, and people were like, "Oh my god." Not my class, though. I want to say Liam Neeson's in it. Some baseballs are left, yeah. It ends when it ends. But yeah, I loved reading Educating Rita. I don't know what else we read, but I was just really glad because I was in the lower English group. I avoided having to read things like A View from a Bridge and Inspector Calls. I actually saw A View from the Bridge on stage though at school, but I don't remember it anymore. Well, we didn't have to read, like all the higher level classes, they were reading like an Inspector Calls or whatever. I don't know, maybe that book would have changed my life, but Educating Rita had a very long-lasting impact on me. Can't recommend it enough if you've never seen the film with Julie Walters and Michael Caine. It's brilliant. But the play is actually a bit different because the play is all set in one room and there's only 2 actors in the entire play, whereas the movie shows them outside of the room. Because in the play they just tell you about what happened, but in the movie they show you what's happened outside of the room.
Safe.
I remember I saw a play called Jumpers by Tom Stoppard, I think it was. Went on like a drama trip. We watched it in London with some other good shows like Phantom of the Opera and whatever, but I remember thinking Jumpers was absolutely just boring and bonkers. Maybe I would enjoy it now.
To third.
I watched The Christmas Carol this Christmas just gone in the theatre, which was nice. And it was all like traditional style Christmas Carol, like proper Victorian, Dickensian kind of setting. And it had music in it, but it was like Christmas carols, not a proper musical. It was good, very atmospheric, and they had Marley come out through the crowd in the auditorium, all in chains, with the lights all cut out, and then the spotlight shone on him, and he was just there. It was really good.
To short. You're out. You're out.
I saw that with my mum this Christmas.
To short.
Yeah, it was cool. We also saw a musical called Top Hat in London, which is it's Gene Kelly, I want to say. I can't remember now. Pretty sure it's Gene Kelly.
Strike.
No, Fred Astaire. Which one is it? I think it's Fred Astaire musical. Fred Astaire, Ginger Rogers, that's the one. But I've never actually seen the film, but we saw a modern adaptation of the play. It's mostly famous because it's got the song Cheek to Cheek in it, which is a famous song, which I didn't realise was from that. When we're dancing cheek to cheek, and then the Face the Moonlight and Dance, that there may be trouble ahead. Gotta go, see ya, Fred Astaire. So I saw that in London, and that was good. Beautiful tap dancing. I've never seen like so much tap dancing before. It was pretty crazy. But what's interesting with that is my sister has sent me a link, like a picture. So the show that we saw, like with the cast anyway, not the actual performance that we saw, but the production that we saw rather, is gonna be recorded and streamed on some TV service thing, I think. So I'll be able to re-watch it again with the same actors in it. Which is kind of cool. If it comes out, I'll put it in the Discord if anybody's interested, but yeah. I don't know how many people are actually into musicals, but I love musicals. I like theatre and I like musicals.
Fly ball to second.
I tend to prefer older musicals to modern. I don't really feel like there's been a truly good musical
To first.
since, God, I don't know. What's your favourite musical, Ross? And anybody else? Can you guess what mine is? Other than Rocky Horror Show.
Ball.
Well, and Phantom of the Opera, but yeah. Thinking of the classics at the minute. Gypsy, I've never seen Gypsy.
Out.
I should watch that. I nearly did last year, actually. With my mum. But one of my all-time favourites. Biggest fan of Cats. I'm going to see Cats, though. I am actually going to see Cats this Christmas. My mum's bought tickets.
Strike. Strike.
I've never seen Cats. I don't like Cats that much though, to be honest, but I'll see it. I'll watch it once. You know this song? You do. The movie was rough. I've not watched it. I've no interest. I think Cats is low-key a bit shite, to be honest. But I love the song Memories. Like, that is such a beautiful song. And I feel like I've only ever watched Cats. There's a recording of Cats from like the 90s, I think, where they filmed the entire stage thing, and you could buy it on video or whatever. And I've seen that. It's got like Elaine Page singing in it. But yeah, I don't really like Cats because the stories, there's like no story really, and it's just a load of random songs. And I don't really like a lot of the songs as much as the others. But I like Mr. Mistopheles, and I like Memories. I like Jellicle Cats. But I don't really like Rum Tum Tigger and the other one, The Cavity, so much. But it is one of those shows that's all about like the kind of dancing and stuff, and I feel like that's not as exciting on the television. I think Cats would be more interesting in front of you, live. So I'm game to watch it once, just to say I've seen it. And maybe I'll change, maybe I'll end up thinking it was actually really good. I haven't seen it in a long time. Do, 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 do.
Fly ball to first.
But one of my favourite musicals is Calamity Jane. I'm so jealous. My mom and some of my sister and my niece, they all went to see Calamity Jane on stage last year, but it was obviously not in a time when I could go with them. Meant to be in the 80s play. She got really ill. Who was she going to be? I'm glad she did bow out though, if Elaine Page took her place, because Elaine Page is incredible. Can't imagine Judy Dane singing. Is she a singer?
Strike.
She can sing. Yeah, but can she sing in the theatre? There's singing and there's singing.
Fly ball to short.
Like, I presume you've seen the original cast recording of Memories with Her Royal Highness Elaine Page. She meant to be Grisabelle. Well, we got a good Grisabella, so I don't see the loss at the moment.
Strike.
Oh, every time I watch that performance of Memories with Elaine Page, I get goosebumps. The hairs stand up on my neck.
Out.
I also like, you know, have you ever seen, I've never seen it, but you know the musical Chess? I like the song I Know Him So Well, that Elaine Page also sang.
Strike.
With Barbara Dixon.
Out.
Barbara Dixon was also in Blood Brothers, which is by Willie Russell, who did Educating Rita. She was the mum in Blood Brothers, which is really good. But she also sang a special song for the film Educating Rita. She did Rita's theme. But they don't actually use it in the film. Well, they use the music, but not with vocals.
Strike.
But yeah, my favourite is Calamity Jane with Doris Day.
Fly ball
Have you ever
to
seen
short.
Calamity Jane?
You're out. To third.
I just really like Doris Day though, to be honest. Judy in the costume. Look at me.
Hey.
Oh wow. You should watch Calamity Jane.
Fly ball to left field.
It's wonderful. The song at the end called Secret Love is so beautiful.
A home run.
And Doris Day is just a brilliant singer, so. I also like her in, there's two movies she did, two other musicals, one's a sequel, Moonlight Bay and the Light of the Silvery
A
Moon.
home run.
They're really good films. Pajama Game's good as well.
To second. You're out.
I need to watch the Hitchcock movie that she did. I've never seen it. I can't remember the name of it now. Is it no? Is Charade the Audrey Hepburn one?
Fly ball to
Did
short.
Audrey ever do one? There's one that Doris Day did with. Was it with James Stewart?
Strike.
We've seen the theatre. She's done Little Night Music. Oh, she was Sally Bowles in Cabaret. Oh, nice.
Strike.
I really like Cabaret actually too.
Out.
Diddly dee dee dee.
Strike. Strike. Out. Strike.
I like The King and I. These are just movies that I grew up on because my mum is into all of these films from her childhood too, and I would often watch anything just to stay up late. And you know, putting in on The King and I, it's like 2.5 hours long, so it used to be great. My mum was going to watch something, she'd be like, you can stay up. If you want to watch this film, you can stay up.
Foul ball. Strike.
So a lot of them I associate with my mum now, like King and I and Grease,
To second.
My Fair Lady.
You're out. To second.
Sound of Music.
You're out.
Never seen Seven Brides to Seven Brothers all the way through, but my mum likes that. My dad liked that one actually,
Foul
apparently.
ball.
It's the only musical he liked.
Fly ball to right field. A home run.
I watched Annie Get Your Gun the other year. Didn't really rate that one as much.
Fly ball to right
I'd never
field.
seen that before.
Fly ball to second.
Oh, actually, do you know what else I like? Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. That's good.
To short.
Have you ever seen that with what's her name? Is it Jane Russell? Obviously, it's got Marilyn Monroe in it, but have you seen the bit where they do the pool dance? Every time I keep forgetting about it until I rewatched it, and then I watched it with my mum this time, and we were both looking at it, and then it jogged a memory, but because
Strike.
there's a mistake in the film, but they just carried on filming when the swimming teams, they're all like diving in to the pool. One of them just like knocks her into the pool.
Fly ball to second.
But if you watch it again, the song that she sings with all the men, I can't remember what it's called now, but all the sexy kind of like men, and they're all like posing and flirting with all the swimming people. There's a bit where she's sitting by the side of the pool and they all dive into the pool one after the other, and one of them actually just like hits her, basically jumps, doesn't clear her because they're supposed to dive over her head. One of them basically just knocks her flying into the pool with him, and then she's just in the pool after that, coming up and carrying on singing or whatever. But apparently it was a mistake. She wasn't supposed to be in the pool like at that moment, and he just knocked her into it. But one take, and she just made it work. But if you watch it, you can see him proper knocking her. it's kind of funny, really. You should have a look. One minute she's just sitting on the side of the pool, the next minute she's just like BAM! My mum's obsessed with Kinky Boots, the musical.
Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike.
Quite the tune on. This is Thunder Force 4.
Strike. Divert. You're out. Strike. He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. Foul ball.
So I was like, you know, Moulin Rouge.
He bunts it.
I was always disappointed that most of the songs in that were just like pop music. I always really think that's kind of lazy. Like singing Elton John, Your Song, all the time was cringe. And it was a shame because like the original song for the movie, Come What May, was a really beautiful song, and I wish they'd made the whole thing original music instead.
Strike.
I guess it was the Roxanne original.
Out.
But like with having like Smells Like Teen Spirit and Children of the Revolution and all that stuff, it was kind of lazy, I thought. What is this song from? This is from Thunder Force 4.
Strike.
It's like the second to last level.
Strike.
It is called Downright Attack, Stage 9.
Out.
It's a good song, yeah, it's very atmospheric. It's the best level in the game, I think, as well, personally. I'm not super obsessed with Thunder Force 4 like a lot of people are. I feel like there's... I think it improves towards the end. And this is definitely one of the better levels.
Strike.
I prefer Thunder Force 3.
Out.
Am I winning? I think so.
Strike.
Wasn't keen on Thunder Force 3. Oh, I like it.
Strike.
How many games are left? Don't know. We're in the playoffs though. We've finished the league. We're in the second game of the playoffs
He
now.
punts it.
Too many.
You're out.
Like Thunder Force 3. On the whole though, like to be honest, I don't think the Thunder Force series
He punts it.
in its entirety is the best kind of shoot 'em ups though. I prefer other shoot 'em ups on the Mega Drive, but out of the Thunder Force games I prefer 3. But I'd rather play, I think I'd probably rather play Whip Rush than Thunder Force, and rather play Genogue or
He
Hellfire.
punts it. You're out.
But I do like, I find there's just something a little bit more. Some of the enemy placement designs in the Thunder Force games lean to kind of cheap a little bit. They tend to have a lot of gotchas where you've got to kind of remember in advance that something's going to just fly into the screen and kill you.
Out.
Like, most shooters do have memorization, but there's usually a little bit of a sort of a slight warning before it happens that helps you remember where you are in the level. But sometimes I find with Thunder Force you're just moving along and then an enemy just flies off from the screen and will ram into you and you've got no time to think about it. The worst offender for that is like the desert level on Thunder Force 4. I think it's a dreadful level.
Strike.
And then even like, I remember playing, is it Thunder Force the arcade? One of the bosses on that, on the unique level, it literally will always just kill you the first time you play because it rushes into the screen from the right hand side of the screen all the way to almost the edge of the left. So if you're not hugging the side of the screen, you die. And I just hate that. I just think it's really irritating. First two are different. 3 and 4 I think it found its footing. See, I really quite like Thunder Force 2 as well.
Strike.
6 is rubbish. I played 6 off stream. I finished it first sitting. I thought it was really boring. But the desert, I hate it. It's got nothing going on. It's just obnoxious enemy formations and the boss is horrible. You like the Light Crusader soundtrack on the Mega Drive? Oh, I do too. The music's really good. I had that one as a kid, so I got something in my eye. 6 is rubbish, yeah. I was very disappointed with 6. Still not finished 5. Oh, we win. Put some Light Crusader on. It's good stuff. Beat them. We also have it. Whoops, where is that?
Answer the riddle.
That'll do. There we go. We'll go from there. I've not played Light Crusader yet either. Barface is really keen for me to play Light Crusader. But I'll be saving that one because it's a special game.
Play ball.
I'll be playing it for some sort of milestone in the future. Like game 400 maybe, 300 and something, I don't know. I have a copy of it as well, so I'm going to play my cart. I did grab hold of that. Got a very good deal on that actually. Because the PAL version's not region free. I wouldn't want to play it in English anymore anyway though.
Fly ball to short.
I could never finish this as a kid though. I got stuck You know, there's a puzzle in it where you have to move the suns and the moons and the stars or whatever it is. So, the English puzzle, what is it? Penumbra or something like that was the clue. I looked this up the other day. Penumbra. Is that the meaning? No, that's not what it was. Oh no, it is. Penumbra, which apparently means the partially shaded outer region of the shadow cast on an opaque object. I think that's the clue. And I couldn't work out this puzzle. Yeah, penumbra. It's bullshit. I'm like 8, trying to be Light Crusader, and you got this room with like the suns and the moons and the whatever, and it just says penumbra, and that's your hint. And I'm like, what the fuck is penumbra? So when I played it later in life, I played the Japanese version, and the hint is different in Japanese. The hint is, I think it. I'm trying to remember what it says now. I think it just says like eclipse, which is a lot easier to work with.
Fly ball. Foul ball.
Something like, oh no, the Japanese is a sentence that says kill the moon,
To second.
but the English is penumbra. Okay.
Strike.
So when I was a kid, I could never do that puzzle, so I never saw anything after that point. Couldn't work it out.
Strike.
And this was before the internet. I had no way to get the answer. None of the magazines had guides in for it. I was just forever stuck.
Out.
So I used to play the first, like, I think it's about a third of the way into the game. Or halfway through. I used to play that part over and over again. So, I'm not going to go into details now, but those of you that know how weird Light Crusader gets later. I had no idea that it did any of that until I played it on the Wii store as an adult, and I was just like, what the fuck? I didn't know the game was going to go like this.
Strike.
But I used to play it a lot, I liked it.
Out.
It's like pushing the NPCs around in the kingdom and pushing them off the edge on top of each other.
Strike.
And obviously, Light Crusader also has one of the best pause screen musics. Or file select music, the map music, it's so good. So chill. I think it's coming up now.
Strike.
Oh yeah.
Out. Strike.
You can shove anything, yeah, it's
Fly
funny.
ball. To second.
But they don't, and they just like, they're like rectangles that you can push around.
To second.
I still kind of wish the game had more with the town, because it is kind of just like there's a town at the start and then none of it matters anymore. It's just a deep dungeon. Beat them.
To third. Foul
Because
ball.
the town was fun. I used to love the piano lady that played the crazy music all
Fly
bad.
ball. Foul ball.
And I used to think it was like a weird quirk of the game, but I think it's actually only the PAL version that does it. When she would play the music, she would play that dreadful stuff, and then afterwards the music would stop, but she would continue to play the piano for like another 10 seconds or something, going crazy at the piano but no music, and I used to just find it really funny. I think that might actually just be the PAL game running slower, but the music's been optimized.
Out.
So the piano music plays at full speed, but they've still got the original timing for the animation, and it's playing slower because it's at 50 Hz. But it still looks quite funny because she just carries on playing for a bit with silence.
Strike. Out. Strike.
Light Crusader was my first ever Treasure game. I didn't know anything about Treasure, didn't know who Treasure were, and for a long time still didn't. And then I think at some point I eventually, obviously you start hearing about like Dynamite Heady and Gunstar Heroes, etc., Radiant Silvergun. And then at one point I learned like Light Crusader was Treasure. I was like, oh really? Oh, I guess I have played a Treasure game then. You never noticed that? You don't remember? It definitely did. But I think you can emulate that. But yeah, it's one of those things, one of those sort of quirks I think that people forget or don't do, because a lot of people probably just play the North American version these days. Same with games like Soleil, people tend to just play the North American version, but the translation's actually different. And I think personally the PAL version is a superior translation.
Strike. Out. He bunts it.
But usually the North American versions are best to play because of the 50 Hz stuff. So
Fly ball to left field.
for modern accessibility.
To first.
Run, run, run!
You're out. Fly ball to left field.
Do, 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 do.
You're out. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out. To short. You're out. To third. You're out. A foul ball.
Don't know how many games I've got left in me tonight. I'm flagging. Kind of want to see that because I presume if we win 3,
Bunts it.
we've beaten Philadelphia because it's a best of 7.
Safe.
Maybe. Oh no, we need 4. God damn it! I just want to know what's going to happen after this
Fly ball
this
to
match. How much is left? Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
You're out.
You're out. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Strike. Strike.
So another thing with Light Crusader I didn't even notice was you know the magic in it? I didn't realise it was like a reference to Gunstar Heroes with like how the little orbs, they're the same. Until I first played Gunstar Heroes I was like, oh wow, it looks like Light Crusader. See, I'm thinking between innings. You're in the World Series.
Out.
Well, I'm playing the same people in my group at the minute. They were the second
Strike.
place, Philadelphia.
Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out. Fly ball.
We're
to
both
left field.
NL.
You're out. Strike. Strike.
Get me Space Twilight Syndrome. I don't know if I would, because the text auto advances, it's annoying.
Out.
Maybe. But I don't like the fact that I can't stop the text scrolling by itself, because you know, you get a raid or something and whoops, I've missed what they just said. Or anything like that, or I just didn't read it quick enough, or like trying to speak English and read at the same time doesn't work very well.
Strike.
Do, 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 do.
Strike.
I'll have another look at it sometime and see what I think.
Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. To third. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. He bunts
I
it.
can't hate this.
I do.
Safe. He bunts it.
This might have to be the last game. I'm getting really sleepy.
Safe.
All the sleep deprivation of the week's catching up on me.
He bunts it.
It's not like we're finishing it tonight anyway.
To
We'll
the
see.
second.
I just kind of want to see what happens after this. Like who we play next.
You're out. You're out. To the second.
Zero games and then you know more games exactly.
Strike.
I mean they can't even count anyway because it said 80 games and we played 81. Do-do-do-do. I mean I did think it was unusual that it said half a season
You're out.
and a season's 162 and it said half a season is 80. Well that don't add up. But I thought, well I guess it's because it's weird to just do 81. But no, apparently it's 81.
Strike. Strike.
Do 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 do.
Out. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out. He bunts it. Safe.
Here he comes.
Strike. He bunts it. You're out. Safe. You're
No, I
out.
don't. Yes, I want to be out.
He bunts it. He bunts it. You're out. Strike.
Makes it faster. Do do do
Strike.
do 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 do. Magica, magica.
Out.
Hold on.
Strike. Strike.
Do 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 do
Out.
do.
To the first. Safe.
Hey, Dimitri.
Out.
And 12 hours of mega panel.
Strike. Strike. Out. He bunts it. Foul ball. Strike. He bunts it. You're out. He bunts it. You're out.
Yay! Come on. I wish we were in the top. I hate having to do the pitching in the bottom because I like to just finish the ninth inning on the top round.
Out. Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out. They're short.
Oh my god, what are you doing? Just get me out.
Out. He bunts it. Foul ball.
Ugh.
Strike. You're out. He bunts it.
He bunts it.
You're out.
Okay, let's go.
Strike. Strike. Out.
Out. Why are they all on that side?
Strike. Strike. Out. Strike. Strike. Out.
Yay, Atlanta wins. Get that password. Okay, so what even happens next then? Do we have to just play them again? Hard learner. Wait, who are we playing now? Philadelphia again. This will be the final one against Philadelphia, and then who knows what happens after that.
Strike.
But I'm like falling asleep. I don't know if I can do another one. Yeah, but then what though? Because this is just my own group. So presumably we're gonna have to play God fuck knows how many of these damn playoffs. But maybe the next stream we can finish it, depending on, I don't know, maybe I'll do one at the weekend. But yeah, my midnight oil is burnt and I've got a busy day tomorrow. Well, we'll find out. It is no worry. But I'm going to leave it there for tonight.